For 3 whole years, I ate what I thought was a healthy breakfast every single day. A simple bun omelette from Chai Point. Turns out it had 500 calories, and I had that every day. 3 whole years, unknowingly. But this video isn't about calories. It's about something much bigger that I think most of us gets wrong when it comes to healthy eating. Hi, I'm Meenakshi, and if you've ever started a diet on Monday only to find yourself stress eating pizza by Wednesday, then this video is for you. Today we're going to be talking about the real problems with healthy eating, and I assure you it's not what you think. It's not about willpower, it's not about finding that perfect meal plan or relying on discipline throughout. I've spent the last few years figuring this out the hard way, and I'm here to finally spill the tea on what actually works. The first problem is that you're not actually working within your constraints. Look, I say this all the time. Somebody watches a video about a YouTuber who meal preps 21 meals every single week and think, okay, they can do this. But here's what they might not know. That this said person probably works from home, probably doesn't have kids, and probably even enjoys spending the 3 hours in the kitchen. But the person trying it out does not have the privilege of any of that. See, you need to be honest about your reality. If you are somebody who spends 3 days traveling every week, then what you probably need is a travel strategy and not a meal prep routine. If you're someone who works 10-hour shifts, then you're probably looking for quick and easy solutions and not an elaborate meal plan. Here's what I've learned. Start with your constraints instead of with your aspirations. See, I travel for 3 hours, 4 days a week. So what I have planned for myself are 3 go-to meals from some reliable places that I know serve good quality food. I always carried protein bars, frozen yogurts, a shake here and there, meals that I know are quick and easy and work for me. I make it simple. Eggs, veggies, breakfast that I can make on the go. The goal isn't to have the most impressive meal plan, it's to have something that actually fits your life. Problem number 2, and this is a big one, the all or nothing mentality. I used to think that I was either healthy or I was unhealthy. Like there were only 2 possible states of existence. So if I caved in and I had to have a pizza, I think, oh well, I've gone ahead and ruined it anyway and might as well also order that piece of dessert that I've been craving. This is completely backwards. Real progress actually happens in that gray area between being perfect and being terrible. I've been mostly sugar-free for the last few months. Notice how I said mostly? It probably means that when it's my friend's birthday, I do end up having a piece of cake. But I'm outside and a group is ordering it and there's a dessert that I really love, I will indulge or I may take a bite here and there. But 90% of the time, I do stay away from sugar, and honestly, I find that reaping over 95% of the benefits. The people who succeed long term understand this. They know that it's all about consistency and never about perfection. They don't let one skip meal or an indulgence here and there turn into an imperfect week. The third problem is treating your diet as if it's your entire personality. Look, I get it. When you finally find something that works for you, you want to talk about it, you want to identify with it, you want to attach a symbol, a name, a status to it, and you want to go by it, right? I am vegan, I am paleo, I'm a pescatarian, whatever it may be. I've noticed that often when people start defining themselves by their diet, they tend to lose sight of why they actually started. Your diet should serve your goals and not your ego. If you are eating to get more energy, then go for it. Eat for that goal. If you are eating to get stronger, then so be it. But the second you start judging other people's food choices or getting into arguments about nutrition on the internet or going around telling people that this is the only way to be, you've lost the battle. The most successful healthy eaters I know do not keep talking about their diet, right? They just go about it. They're not trying to convert people or prove anything. They just have a plan that works for them. They stick to themselves, they stick to the plan, and they focus on results, not recognition. Problem 4. You have no idea what you're actually eating. Back to my bun omelette story. I genuinely thought I was having a light and healthy meal every single day. Bun, not so terrible. Omelette, great. Veggies, great. Everything seemed perfect on the surface, but I wasn't considering the oil that they were putting in or the butter that they used to fry the eggs in. I wasn't considering any of that. Here's what I do now. Whenever possible, I try to control the ingredients that go into my dishes, or at least have dishes where I know the ingredients that goes in it. When I'm making food at home, I know exactly what goes into it. When I eat out, I assume everything has more calories than it seems. That they've added more oil, that they've added more sugar, that the portion sizes are way bigger than what I budget for it to be. I'm not saying become obsessive about it, but awareness does help. Read labels, pay attention to portion sizes, and when in doubt, err on the side of caution. Problem 5. Treating your diet like a sprint when it's so clearly a marathon. Crash diets work, but for 3 weeks. Then you gain everything back along with some interest. I've been there, you've been there. We know it all. The boring truth is that sustainable eating is actually quite repetitive. I have the same breakfast every day, have around 5 options that I toggle through for lunch, and a few set dinner options at the very. Is it Instagram worthy? No. But does it actually work? Absolutely. Once you stop trying to constantly reinvent your meals, eating healthy becomes so much more easier. Decision fatigue around food practically disappears. I don't have to keep thinking about what to have for breakfast. I just get up and make it. And here's the key. Plan your indulgences. If I know I'm eating pizza on Friday night, I can just eat lighter throughout the day. No guilt, no drama, just planning ahead. When you mess up, and you will, trust me, there's no waiting till Monday to start over. Just make sure you start eating healthy from the very next meal. It's as simple as that. Which brings me to problem 6, which is that you just do not know how to deal with setbacks. Here's something that has really helped me, which is called the rule of 2s. Never let yourself have more than 2 unhealthy meals in a row, and don't let yourself slip off track for over 2 days. Had fast food for lunch and dinner? Well, it happens. But we start tomorrow again. When completely off plan for the weekend, it's okay. Come Monday and you start right where you left off. This psychological shift was huge for me. And here's some perspective, right? Even if you lose track, and I hope you don't, but if you lose track for an entire month, in the grand scheme of things, even in the course of one whole year, it's just 1 month. That's still 11 months of consistently healthy eating and sticking to your goals. It's not as bad as you think. The goal isn't perfection, it's just resilience. The last problem is that you've forgotten that food is supposed to be one of life's pleasures. If you hate every meal you're eating, you're constantly fighting cravings. Yes, food is fuel, but it's also culture, it's celebration, it is connection. It's all these elements, and sometimes if you restrict yourself away from it, you're missing the whole point. This means finding healthy options that you truly enjoy. Experiment with foods, cooking methods, spices. Be okay with sharing a meal with a loved one here and there that may not be entirely within your plan. Enjoy indulging in comfort food. It also means not hating your body into compliance. Your body isn't your enemy. It's carrying you through every single day. So be a little empathetic towards it. When you approach food from a place of care than about control, everything changes. So there you have it. 7 problems with healthy eating that has nothing to do with consistency or resilience or willpower, and everything to do with how life actually works. For most people, the real issue isn't about finding the perfect diet. It's about finding healthy habits that work for them and for their life, rather than dreaming about an unrealistic life that you most certainly cannot have. If this resonated with you, I want to know which point hit home the most. Please don't forget to drop a like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned because we will be back very shortly. See you in the next one.